Hey everybody, so do you want to have some fun, save some time, and even make some money thanks to ChatGPT's new announcement? Well, I'm going to show you how. So if you don't know, ChatGPT just announced that they're launching their App Store effectively. And it makes it so easy for anybody with zero code to make their own apps, which then you can put on the store in such a simple way and even get some revenue share. If people like your app, they're going to send you money. Now, even if they don't send you money, even if you just want to build one for yourself, for your family, for your business, I'm going to show you a few examples of what you can do with basically very little time and maximum awesomeness. So let's hop in. Okay, so as you can see, I've got a fresh version of ChatGPT open here. I'm using the paid version, which is $20 a month, and you're going to need that in order to access GPTs as well as make your own. And so what are these custom GPTs? Well, they're kind of like apps that sit on top of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is almost like the operating system, and then these apps have their own custom instructions. You can attach knowledge files and then even do some really advanced stuff, but we're going to only just do some basics today. So first of all, what does this even mean? So what you can do is when you go into Explore GPTs, there's now this whole new marketplace that has featured GPTs, that has trending ones. Some of these are really advanced. Like you could even build Canva designs right now in GPT, in ChatGPT, and it can open them up right in Canva. So there's a whole lot to explore here. What we're gonna do is go into my GPTs, and this is where I've got some that I've created. So I'm going to start with a really simple one, and at the end I'm going to also show you how you can just really create something simple. But I want to show you some that I've developed first. Pretty much the first one that I created was the Optimism Bot, and the Optimism Bot allows you to tell it your problems. Maybe you're having problems with a friend or your boss, or big problems like something like homelessness in Los Angeles, and it can actually give you real world solutions. How cool is that? Can hook you up with organizations. So this was a bot that I made in a very simple way, literally just by telling it, and here's where you can edit them, basically some instructions right in this configure panel. I'm telling it, you're a relentless optimist. Here's what I want you to do. Here's how I want you to react. If someone's upset, give them the latest psychology. If someone's talking about big issues, give them examples around the world of where things are working or cities that have great initiatives. And it will continue to lead on with additional questions, helping you feel better, hopefully. This was a response to making people feel more happy about technology. Okay, so the next one, and a little bit more useful, I mean, Optimism Bot's pretty useful, but Douge Lux Bot. Now, my alter ego, Douge Lux, shameless plug, DougieLux.com to see my books, but this custom GPT is a clone of my author ego, so I can talk to it about my books, getting quotes. I can ask it about even the psychology of Douge Lux. So how fascinating is that? And literally for that one, and I'll show you in here, as you can imagine, it's a very similar setup where in this configured panel, I say you're going to talk in the first person of Douge Lux, and you're going to give quotes from the books and all that kind of stuff. And you can even add these conversation starters, which are really cool. And these are the ones that sit down here when you have a fresh chat. The sort of upgrade from the previous one is the knowledge base. So I uploaded my files here. So for an author, that's cool, but you can imagine you could do this for all types of files, whether it's Excel spreadsheets, PDFs, Word documents, text documents, and it's going to use those as a knowledge base. So it's almost like your immediate, every time you start a new chat, instead of having to train it by uploading things, you just say Douge Lux Bot, new chat, and it's all ready to go with all those custom instructions and that knowledge. So how cool is that? So next, I wanted to show you another one that I created called The Intelligence. Me and my buddy Helix, we launched a podcast, and it's called The Intelligence. And this we thought would be a fun app. Nothing to do with our podcast really, but we did do a special report about how cool this is. And this is really fascinating because you can actually generate ideas for this app store. So I could say, for example, give me some app ideas for people who want to learn Spanish. All right, and so now what it's going to do is think about how you could structure this GPT into an app. All right, so it got a lot of things from conversational buddies, interactive Spanish stories, Spanish through songs, Spanish grammar and vocabulary games, AI Spanish tutor for kids. So if I wanted to create this GPT, I could come right in here and say Explore GPTs, create one, and we're gonna say, actually under the Create panel, we can literally start programming the GPT right from scratch. So we're gonna say, I literally just copy this in, I want to build a AI Spanish tutor for kids. This app specifically is designed for children, featuring interactive and educational games, stories, and activities to make learning Spanish enjoyable and effective for young learners. So now we're going to start the process of making our own GPT. Cool. So it's even given it a name suggestion of the Amigo Tutor. Does that name work? So let's say yes. And now guess what it's going to do? It's actually going to create a nice little profile picture for our app, okay? And it even generated some ideas for things you can say for conversation starters. So can you teach me Spanish words? Tell me a story in Spanish. What's a fun Spanish game we can play? So here we go. And I could say, that's fun. Or I could say, you know what? That's fun, but let's use the colors of Mexico in the logo. All right, so I like that one a lot more. I'll say let's go with that one. Great. All right, great. So it's got that updated. And let's do a fun thing. What's a fun Spanish game we can play? All right, so it's going to say something in Spanish. And now, you know, I might have to be like, can you explain that in English as I want to learn Spanish? Okay, and so this is where actually some tweaks might be necessary. And so we can see what happens here. The game we're going to play is called What Is This in English? I'll describe something in Spanish and you have to guess what it is. For example, I will say, es un animal que Maria y tienes bigotes. That was not great Spanish, but you get the idea, and then you could play around. So this is just a quick example. However, if you want to get more granular, you can come into the Configure tab here and flesh out the instructions, change the conversation starters, even upload knowledge databases, for example, a spreadsheet of Spanish vocabulary that you want to learn. And once this is where you want it, you go up here to press save. You can choose only for me that this link's going to work, anyone with the link, or everyone, and that's what actually adds it to the App Store. Then what you'll do is you'll either use your name, don't tell anybody, but my first name's actually Willard. No one really knows that, so I connected my website, which also I think is a little bit more professional. And so when I press confirm, it's already in the education, it knew which category to put it in. Guess what, everybody? This is now on the store. And here we go. My Spanish tutor app is created in no time. All right, and so it can get a lot more advanced than that. And so I wanted to show you one final app that I'm really proud of, and this is a new prototype that I've got. I built this for my brand, which is Project Fresh. Now this has all sorts of attachments uploaded into it. It's got all of my brand information, all of my company information, the offerings, my services, my authority, my target audience, their problem, my solutions, all that kind of stuff. And so right off the bat, I can immediately come in here, create content, generate new ideas for offerings and services, develop them, flesh out landing pages and sales pages, create lead magnets, drip campaigns, all types of social media posting right from this Brandbot. And so if that's something that sounds exciting to you, I've actually got a whole course that I'm launching next week. So it's really fun timing that's going to go through how to build all these different types of GPTs, as well as ending with your very own Brandbot. So if that's something that you like, you can go to projectfresh.com/brandbot. It'll take you right over to the page and you can sign up. There's 3 ways to sign up. Either just watch the videos or jump on our cohort, which starts on the 22nd of January, or hey, I'll just build it for you. It'll be a few interviews and then you'll have your very own Brandbot and I will train you how to use it. So I hope that was fun for you and it gave you some good insights into what's possible with the new announcement from ChatGPT. They're called Custom GPTs. You're going to hear lots more about these in the future. Effectively, these chatbots or assistants are going to start playing with us in every aspect of our lives, from its work, from play, social time, to actually even real productivity improvement of our lives in all sorts of ways. So check it out. Start exploring, because this is going to have a huge impact on our futures. All right, so if you like this, thank you so much. You can hop over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Click the bell so you get future updates. I'm always showing tutorials and sharing top tips and tricks. And if you want to check out my new podcast with my buddy Helix, you can go over to theintelligenceai.com. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will catch up with you soon. Bye.